It's Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and I'm Dave Sobel. 3 things to know today. Americans grow more anxious than excited about AI, with trust gaps widening. Nvidia and OpenAI fuel a fragile cycle of capital and chips, raising real stability questions. A new wave of vendor launches from Acronis, Hexnode, Cloud Radial, and more spotlight automation and consolidation. And even MSPs like Netrio are stepping into the vendor role. This is the business of tech. A recent Pew Research Center study highlights that Americans are more concerned than excited about artificial intelligence and its growing presence in daily life. Conducted with over 5,000 adults, the survey revealed that 50% of participants expressed greater concern than excitement regarding AI, a significant increase from 37% in 2021. Additionally, 57% of respondents rated the societal risks of AI as high, while only 25% viewed its benefits similarly. Americans expressed skepticism about AI's impact on human creativity and relationships, with 53% believing it would worsen creative thinking and 50% saying it would negatively affect interpersonal connections. The research underscores the ongoing debate about AI's role in society and the need for better understanding and control over its application. New research from LearnUpon reveals that AI is significantly reshaping workplace learning and development, as organizations in the US, UK, Australia, and New Zealand increase their budgets for the initiatives. According to the inaugural State of Learning and Development report, 43% of learning and development leaders believe that AI could fully replace their roles, while 40% anticipate partial changes due to AI disruption. The report highlights that 91% of leaders feel confident in measuring the effectiveness of their programs, with a notable shift toward tracking broader business-aligned outcomes beyond traditional metrics. Recent studies reveal that artificial intelligence chatbots are relying on flawed research from retracted scientific papers to answer questions, raising concerns about the reliability of the tools in evaluating scientific information. Researchers found that when OpenAI's ChatGPT was asked about medical imaging based on 21 retracted papers, it referenced these papers in 5 instances, advising caution in only 3 cases. As the use of AI chatbots for medical advice and scientific research continues to grow, it's imperative to ensure that tools accurately reflect the current state of research, including the status of published papers. The National Science Foundation has recently invested $75 million to advance the development of AI models for scientific research, highlighting the need for robust quality checks. Why do we care? Well, Americans aren't buying the hype. Pew says half of us are more worried than excited about AI, up big since 2021. In the workplace, learning leaders are already wondering if AI is coming for their jobs. And on top of that, chatbots are spitting out answers based on retracted science papers. That's not trust, that's risk. Customers are not just curious about AI, they're anxious. Inside organizations, AI is already seen as disruptive to professional roles, with nearly half of learning leaders believing their jobs could be replaced. That tension underscores a paradox. Businesses are spending more on L&D, but staff may be skeptical about whether AI will ultimately help or displace them. Bad data leads to bad outputs. This goes beyond medical use cases. MSPs and IT providers deploying AI need to think about data provenance, validation layers, and customer safeguards. It's not enough to roll out a chatbot or AI agent. Providers must establish quality checks and communicate clearly about limitations. For providers, here's the play. It's not about who's first with AI tools. It's who helps customers use them responsibly. Put in governance, validate the data, and frame AI as augmentation, not replacement, because that's where the real value is going to be. Welcome to Comet Backup's Club of No Excuses. Behind every smooth-running business is an everyday IT hero who refused to settle, who didn't give up, because finger-pointing doesn't get a company up and running again. Excuses don't restore data. When everything's on the line, Comet's powerful backup and recovery solutions put you in control. Fast, secure, and easy to use, Comet protects your clients' critical data so you're always ready for the unexpected. When disaster strikes, be the hero your business needs. With Comet Backup, you're not just saving the data, you're saving the day. Comet Backup. Be the hero. Visit cometbackup.com today to start your free trial. Get $100 free credit when you sign up with the promo code MSP Radio. Because heroes don't wait, they prepare. Well, Nvidia is making it rain lately, aren't they? Nvidia has announced a $100 billion investment in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. This investment aims to empower OpenAI to utilize Nvidia's advanced artificial intelligence semiconductors in its data centers, which is part of a wider trend among major tech firms to invest over $325 billion in AI data centers globally by the end of the year, to deploy at least 10 gigawatts of AI data centers. Jensen Huang, Nvidia's chief executive officer, stated that this investment will support the largest data center build-out in history, with plans to sell 4 to 5 million Nvidia chips to OpenAI. OpenAI is set to spend approximately $100 billion on server rentals from cloud providers for backup computing power between next year and 2030, according to a report by The Information. The investment is part of a larger projected expenditure of $450 billion, which includes $350 billion earmarked for computing costs associated with training and running AI models by the end of the decade. The backup servers will be crucial for accommodating unexpected breakthroughs in AI research or the development of viral products. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and CFO Sarah Friar have emphasized the limitation posed by the availability of servers, highlighting the importance of the spending. The total amount anticipated for server rentals and computing will significantly surpass the revenue generated by American cloud providers from all their customers this year. Why do we care? Well, let's be blunt. Nvidia gives OpenAI $100 billion, and OpenAI spends it right back on Nvidia hardware. It's not growth, that's a snake eating its own tail. Looks great for headlines, but it's a fragile loop. Real demand isn't driving this, capital recycling is. It's a circular loop that raises questions about stability. On paper, it looks like growth, but in practice, it creates artificial demand that depends on continued reinvestment rather than real customer adoption. If demand falls short or competition shifts, the economics could snap. If the hype cools or the breakthroughs don't land, the whole cycle shakes. For providers, don't bet on AI infrastructure costs staying predictable. Your move is to build value on top, governance, integration, and outcomes, because the core economics, they're wobbly. And when you layer in the previous story, the message is clear. Skepticism is rising outside, while the economics look shaky inside. Trust and stability, not speed, are the real battlegrounds for AI. Acronis has introduced a new solution called Acronis Protected Workspace, aiming to help managed service providers secure client workspaces more effectively. Acronis Protected Workspace addresses the challenges by offering a unified platform that integrates endpoint security, backup, and remote management into one console, enhancing operational efficiency and simplifying management. Hexnode has announced an expansion into extended detection and response alongside enhancements to its managed service provider platform. During its annual user conference, HexCon 25, the company emphasized its strategy to streamline security management by integrating endpoint management with security functions, allowing providers to manage alerts and device health from a single dashboard. Additionally, improvements to the managed service provider program aim to simplify multi-tenant management with features like policy replication and flexible licensing that save time and reduce cost. CyberDrain has launched a new free and open source browser extension called Check, designed to combat phishing attacks targeting Microsoft 365 and Entra users. Unlike traditional anti-phishing tools that primarily focus on email, Check operates within the browser to block access to known phishing sites, preventing users from entering their credentials altogether. The extension offers silent deployment, requires no changes in user behavior, and is fully white-labeled for MSPs to customize with their branding. ManageEngine has enhanced its unified security platform with a re-engineered detection system aimed at reducing alert fatigue for security operations center teams. The new features in Log 360 include a centralized detection console, over 1,500 pre-built detection rules aligned with the MITRE ATT&CK framework, and enhanced scalability to meet the demands of enterprise environments. CloudRadle has launched a new AI-powered service delivery and client success platform designed for MSPs. The platform includes 3 key components: Service AI, chat AI, and a unified client portal, which aims to help MSPs scale their expertise, reduce costs, and achieve zero-touch ticket resolution. The platform will be available to existing customers and new partners starting October 1st, with over 1,000 MSPs already using Cloud Radial. Netrio now aims to automate routine IT tasks, providing users with 24/7 access to their infrastructure's status and empowering them with a self-service portal for faster problem resolution. The platform is currently available to Netrio's customers, with plans for a white label version for other managed service providers in the future. Why do we care? Well, look at this crop of launches: Acronis bundling security and backup, Hexnode jumping into XDR, Manage Engine overhauling detection, Cloud Radial going all in on AI, and even Cyberdrain giving away a free browser tool. And Netrio, an MSP, has decided to launch its own platform. Vendors are either consolidating tools, leaning into AI for client-facing automation, or rethinking how phishing defense is delivered. And Netrio shows a provocative path: MSPs themselves becoming vendors. But see the pattern? Everyone's trying to simplify and automate. It means less vendor sprawl, fewer dashboards, and ideally more time for you. But here's the catch. If you just take what vendors give you, you're playing their game. Your differentiation won't come from the platform you pick. It'll come from how you implement it, govern it, and deliver business outcomes. The win for providers is using that efficiency to get closer to clients. Better governance, better outcomes, not just cheaper tickets. Because that's where you differentiate. If you're an MSP, you already know email is still the #1 way attackers get in. What's changed is how they do it. Automation, AI, and smarter social engineering are blowing past legacy filters and basic settings. So I'm hosting a live webinar defending against modern email threats on Tuesday, October 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern, sponsored by Mail Protector. We're going to cut through the marketing and get practical about what modern email security really means for providers. Here's what we'll cover: API versus gateway tools, where each shines, where they fall short, and how to pick the right fit for your clients. Outbound protection that actually works, stopping spoofing and impersonation, enforcing encryption, and tightening DMARC, SPF, and DKIM so your customers' brands don't take the hit. Configurations that matter, small tweaks that close big gaps without piling on complexity. And real MSP scenarios: what worked, what failed, and how tiny oversights led to big compromises. If you're building a new stack or tuning the one you've got, you'll leave with field-tested steps you can implement right away. Join me Tuesday, October 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Register now. The link is on screen and in the description. And let's move past theory into practical, next-level defenses against today's evolving email threats. Thanks for listening. Today is National Checkers Day, National Baker Day, National Field Marketers Day, National Great American Pot Pie Day, and National Snack Stick Day. It's also Education Technology Day, which seems the most relevant. I'm previewing some upcoming additions to the show lineup on my Patreon at patreon.com/MSPradio. Some new content is coming. Sign up now to get very early access. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSPradio, and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.